Hello! Hi, everyone. I'm Angelo Falconi and welcoming you to Secret Shares. Tonight, we are now at Season 6, Episode 5, and we are also celebrating All Souls Day. And dahil hindi pa tayo pwede dumalaw sa kanila, try naman natin silang imbitahan. Sila naman daw ang dumalaw sa atin. So, kamusta po kayong lahat? And hello to you, my lovely co-host tonight.
Yes, hello, Angelo. Hello, everybody. I'm Glenda Nicanor, and welcome to you all, our dear ka-SSS, our Secret Share streamers. And we're so glad you're with us tonight. Angelo, no? Let's see who are with us tonight na.
Yeah, oo. Marami yan siguradong manonood ngayong gabi because kasi walang nakakapunta sa mga sa mga dinadalaw nila sa sementeryo dahil bawal tayo ngayon, right? Kaya nga sabi ko, tara. Okay, so let's see who are there. Let's welcome Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer Maranan. Good evening.
Hi, Gwen. Good evening.
Yes. And, hello there. Magandang gabi. Beautiful ka din.
Hello, buddy. Nice to see you too. Yung G song, pareho pala tayong G. Jello.
Yeah, thank you for liking our color.
Yes.
So we're having like Marisa. Is that Marisa Tan? And she's watching all the way from Pinamalayan, Oriental, Mindoro. Hi! Hi mga taga Mindoro dyan.
Kamusta po dyan sa Mindoro? Napakagandang lugar po. Good evening, Lorena.
And we have our regular, si Lorena. Yes.
Our SS family, that's right.
Hi, and our lovely Car Manuel, our BQ.
Hi, Tita Nati, and happy birthday to Tito Dan.
Hello.
Yan ang ating co-feaster, Angelo, si Tita Nati. And yung husband niya, si Tito Dan, is celebrating his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday po! And to Chet Fernandez, Tiong's son. Hello.
Hello, Roseanne. Hi, Roseanne. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. All the way from Baguio City, si Miss Mary Joyce. Hello there from the Baguio, beautiful city of Baguio. Na
and
malamig.
Beautiful weather. Naku,
yeah,
sarap.
malamig.
Wala kaya tayo makakabalik doon.
Oo nga. Pwede na naman daw eh. Diba? Kasi actually pwede. Hi, Jennifer. Hello.
Hello, bro Lance. Watching from Las Piñas.
Oh, taga Las Piñas din ako.
Baka magkapit-bahay pa tayo
Oo nga. And hello Fritzy. Hello Fritzy.
Hello.
Sino
yan,
pa?
Okay lang po sa Oriental Mindoro. Ingat po kayo dyan kasi last time po nagka-earthquake Ingat po.
So, sino to? Si Emily Tarnate Valdez. Magandang evening din po. A blessed evening to you po.
We're also watching from Baguio City. I think
also from Baguio City.
Mukhang marami tayong watchers from Baguio City. Malalaman natin later.
Ang galing naman.
Hello, Tris. Hello, sis
Sino
Tris.
pa? Ay, si Tita Tris. Hello! And
of course,
we have Sheila Martir.
Sending hearts back to you, my dear
Shares.
Sheila. Thank you for watching us again. Medyo matagal din napapanood si Sheila. We're happy to have you back.
Ay, nako. So, sino pa ba ang mga nakikita nating dumarating dyan? Sino bang nagjo-joke dito? Meron daw tao sa likod mo. Kasi sinabihan ko yung tatay ko. Kasi sabi ko sa tatay ko, Tay, hindi naman kita madadalaw dyan kung nasaan ka man ngayon. Alam ko naman kung saan pupunta, pero hindi nga ako pwede pumunta. Kung na lang pumunta dito, baka tatay ko yung nakita mo.
Ay, nako.
Kasi sabi ko, puntahan niya ako eh.
Ay, happy All Souls Day to everyone. And I'm sure
Yes.
you have already prayed for all your loved ones.
Yes. And
No,
offer them a
na,
candle, a candle, lighted candle for them.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
And
Normally, yung tradition, Jello, no, prior to pandemic, punta tayo sa
yes.
sa
Yes.
sementeryo,
Oo,
tapos
nakakamiss na nga eh kasi hindi na yun natin
mm,
nagagawa eh, no? Unlike before.
totoo.
Yeah, so we
Totoo.
have Clean. Hello, Clean. Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful
Yeah.
Clean. And
And
Ave, is it Ave? Our, how do we say that? Ave Tadio sa Alcover.
yes,
And
watching
watching
from
from
Alabang.
Alabang. Hello po dyan
Hi,
sa
Sis
mga
Janeline.
taga-Alabang. Ang ganda nyo,
Good evening,
sinasabi
Sis
nyo kung nasan kayo.
Janeline.
Na-enjoy ko kami kapag sinasabi nyo kung nasan po kayo. Nagugulat kasi kami na wow. Kasi it's really all over. Oh, we have another one from Bicol! Ninang Nenita Manzano!
Sabi ko na eh,
Ninang mo
kaya
yan!
ikaw
Ninang mo
dapat
yan!
mag-greet.
Oh, wow, thank you, Ninang. Thank you, Ninang, for watching. Thank you. Sino ba?
So, ayan.
Oh,
Thank you
thank you guys. Thank you
everyone.
so much for being with us tonight, mga ka-SSS. And sana po samahan niyo pa kami hanggang sa matapos ang aming show tonight. Huwag niyo kaming iiwan. So this live stream is brought to you by the Feast Bellevue AM Creatives Pillar Servants. We are streaming live in the Facebook page and also in YouTube channel of Secret Shares. And of course, we are also live at the FB page of the Feast Bellevue. So we are reminding you all to follow our FB page, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time we go live. So we also have Instagram account where we post photos and links to our videos on replay. So you can be a watcher of Secret Shares, whatever platform you prefer. So kaya kayong mga watchers out there, watch out because we have a pa-prize, our usual pa-prize tonight. So we will be looking for one lucky winner. Sorry, one lang talaga. Tonight, who who will win? Wait, who will be? Sino yun? Sino yung kanina? Hi! Hi! Hello, Tita Maria Dulce Reyes. Oh, Tita Doy, nandito ka rin. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you. From Holy Family Parish yan. In-invite ko kasi sila this morning to watch. Thank you for watching, Tita. Oh, ate ko yan. Liza Falcone Sevilla. Oh, ate, from Molino, Cavite. Thank you, ate, for watching. So, again, we will be having one lucky winner tonight who will win Secret Shares Coffee Gift Set. Ayan po yan. Meron pong coffee gift set. Meron po siyang kasamang whatchamacall this?
Dom's Barako Coffee.
Yeah, the Dom's Barako Coffee. Yan. At it's priced at 550 pesos. So, pero po, pag nanalo po kayo, siguraduhin nyo lang po na okay lang po sa inyo, kayo po yung magbabayad ng shipping fee po, ha? Kasi po, pag pinadala namin sa inyo, pagdating po ng motorcycle, may babayaran po kayong shipping fee. So, ready lang po kayo doon, ha? So, eto po yun. So, we have it here.
Yay!
Cheers, Glenda!
Cheers, dear! Napakagandang mug po nito. Yan.
Yes.
And of course, sinamahan ng Dom's Barako Coffee. Ay,
Yes.
panalo-panalo po talaga.
Correct,
And of
perfect.
course,
Habang nanonood ka ng Secret Shares.
correct. And of course, we would also like to encourage everyone to give your love offering to Secret Shares if you would like us to continue this ministry. And so far, ang dami pong nabibless, ano? And we have been receiving messages from our SSS na they have been blessed and they have been being so inspired, and most of them can relate, no? Can relate sila sa mga nagiging stories natin every night. And ako din, especially you, Angelo, nag-share ka na rin, di ba? So,
Yes.
if you would like us to really continue this ministry, please, here's our bank details. you may send your love offering to this BPI QR code. And also, kung nakikita nyo po yan, it's running under our screen, yung bank details natin, wherein you can give your love offering. Okay, and also we encourage you to share this live stream or tag your friends, relatives, and family, because this might exactly be what they needed to hear tonight. And with that, you're sharing the blessings of God's love and light brought about by tonight's sharing. And let us also know where you are watching us from. Yeah, thank you for all those who have mentioned kung saan sila nanonood. And if this is your first time to join us, please type in the comment section, I'm a first-time viewer. And for the sake of our first-time attendees, Secret Shares bring true-to-life stories of people from all walks of life, whom experienced great crises in their lives, had great problems, and through those great problems, God showed up in their lives and helped them break through.
Yes! We have new watchers tonight. I saw them. Like Tita Dui kanina. I know she's a first-timer. I know she is. So I'm so sure about it. All right. Okay, so sino pa to? Si Ellie Lee Ronquillo. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello po. And Marisa Tan. Okay lang daw mag-PCC. O sige, sana ikaw yung manalo mamaya, ha? And
Blessed
Edita.
Sis Edita. How is it now in US?
Nasaan sila ngayon? Sino US? Hi, Earl! Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi din. Hello.
Magandang gabi, kapatid.
Okay, there you have it. So tonight, mga ka-SSS, we're gonna have another amazing and touching episode. So watch this video to give you an idea what you are going to experience tonight.
From Dusk to Dawn. Yan ang title ng ating series for the month of November. And
yes.
Are you ready, Angelo? So now, without further delay,
yes.
I know you guys are looking forward to this. Here we'll bring you our story for tonight. Stay tuned.
My son Justin, my youngest daughter Gabby, and I were traveling from our home in Baguio to Tagaytay, supposedly to meet my other daughter that day. It was around 3 a.m. in a very dark area in the highway already nearing Tiplex that we encountered a huge truck traveling at about 30 kilometers per hour, carrying 40 tons of cement. It was so dilapidated that it does not even have taillights. We were traveling relatively slow at 90 kilometers per hour when our car hit the truck. Our plan that day was to visit my daughter in Tagaytay, spend the whole day with her, and afterwards Justin and Gabby will go back to Baguio after they dropped me off to the airport for my trip. My place in the car has always been the passenger seat because I have motion sickness. But that morning, Gabby, for the first time, insisted to trade places with me. She even jokingly said that her kuya needed someone to talk with during the long drive, and I will only sleep the whole time. I agreed and thought that it was a nice bonding moment between them, while I can rest in preparation for my flight to Hong Kong the next day. There was even one instance when we were already in Pangasinan that I tried to change places with her because I was already dizzy, but she told me to hang on a little bit more and try to have some shut-eye until we reached Tiplex. I took out my rosary to pray, and because I was feeling dizzy, I drifted off. I was in and out of my slumber, and I could hear my children's conversation. It was the first time her kuya has driven her car, and she was monitoring the speedometer. She was always prompt in reminding him to slow down when he was going beyond our agreed speed for safety of 90 km/h. My son's shouts woke me up. I was dazed and could not grasp what was happening. He was shouting, "Yung truck kasi walang ilaw." And at the same time was trying to call for help via his phone. He called 911 and their dad. After some time, he got out of the car and shouted for passing vehicles to help us. I realized that we were in an accident with a truck right in front of us. 3 people who incidentally were nurses responded to my son's call for help. I felt that I was just a spectator of everything that was happening, and I could not react. I saw the responders try to pry open the car. I could hear my daughter moaning and was talking to her the whole time. The police brought us to the hospital. My son and I were practically unscathed, and I thought that surely Gabby may have sustained some injuries but was nonetheless fine, like us. I remembered even shouting at her to follow the doctor's instructions to lay down properly to be examined, because she was lying face down on the examination bed. After an initial assessment, the doctors advised us that Gabby needed an immediate operation. My daughter was 20 years old at the time of the accident. She is the youngest of my 3 children. Aside from being beautiful, Gabby has a good heart. She had so many friends because she was a great listener. Because of her innate strength, she was even my crutch while we were going through a family crisis. She was at the prime of her life, and I am very confident that nothing bad would happen to her. My daughter was wheeled in for her first head operation. In less than 4 hours upon our arrival at the hospital, and was taken to the ICU after. The next day, Gabby was operated on again to remove blood clot from her brain. I am in a state of shock. I just knew we were in an accident and we were in the hospital, but I could not grasp the gravity of the situation. I heard my brother talking to somebody on the phone and was telling the other person at the end of the line that this is something bad. Whatever that meant, I had no idea. My room was just above the ICU where Gabby was, but I seldom visited her in the 3 days that we were there. I just couldn't bear to see her with all those tubes hanging out of her. Gabby was a very simple young woman, but she loves having her nails done. Before the accident, we had a bonding time at the salon and got ourselves gel nails. While she was at the ICU, I could see her manicured hands, even from afar, because the doctors could not remove them, so her IVs were in her feet. It felt unreal, but there she was, bald, because of her operation with IVs and tubes all over her, but with red nail polish. It was a color of strength, and I clung to that positive thought. On her second night at the ICU, someone called me up from my room and informed me that she was being revived. I went down to where she was, but was still confident that God will wake her up. In fact, she did wake up. I put my entire faith to the Lord, and I knew that He would not take my daughter away, because He would not give me a load I could not carry. The next morning, Gabby had to be revived several times again. Our whole family was in the ICU to watch the medical team revive her as many times as possible, until her doctor told me, "I'm very sorry, ma'am. We did everything we could." Not my child. I could not accept it. I took the ambu bag from the nurse and pumped again and again. "No, you can stop." I asked a friend to continue pumping as I went to Gabby's side crying and hoping to take her out of her coma. I just could not give her up. This took a long while, and finally resigned. I hugged and cradled her one last time. My baby was gone. I was shattered beyond words. I believe that parents should never bury their child because the human heart was not designed for such heartbreak. Who could ever be ready for such loss? Especially with one so sudden and so tragic. When the realization that Gab was indeed gone dawned on me, the pain was unbearable. And I pray that no other parent would go through what I went through. I do not even know how I was able to continue living in the first 4 months. I was in zombie mode, not doing anything productive and just living through each day. On the 4th month of Gabby's passing, Brother J.O. Gawin, who I knew from years back, introduced me to Sis Cherry Roberto. I joined the morning-to-morning ministry and began my journey to healing. I do not know how I could have gone through the loss otherwise. It is extremely difficult, but through the love of friends and family, the support of community brothers and sisters, lots of prayers and faith, and opening myself up to service and ministry, I and my family are journeying towards healing. If there is anything beautiful that came out of my pain, it is when I completed writing my book, A Lifelong Dream. The book is a compilation of the dark times when we lost Gabby. Through all this, I still hang on to what the Bible said. Revelation chapter 21 verse 4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning, or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away.
In my my dream, you told me not to cry. But it seemed I never really said goodbye. What breaks my heart to this day is remembering the day you went away. In my mind, I tell myself to be strong. Kept repeating, this day won't last for long. But what I can't really say is that missing you will never go away. I'll stop crying after a while. Be strong, try to smile and laugh the way you want me to. What I can't realize that tonight I know I'll never say goodbye. The shoes will walk an endless mile, but I'll be home with you after a while. In my heart, you left a space so empty. And I know that days like these are plenty. But I'll try to keep on living till we're all together. No one goes away. You'll be in my arms once more. Laugh like we did and talk of things that make us smile. I know you'll be there to stay. No one has to say goodbye. Till then I'll walk an endless mile. I know we will be home after a while. I'll see you again after a while.
Oh, home after a while.
Yeah,
Beautiful
was
composition.
it was beautiful song, beautiful story, and
Beautiful Gabby.
sobrang ganda ng bata. Grabe, no?
Mhm,
Yeah, she's such a
mm.
beautiful lady. I was like, I was like listening kanina, and I cannot hold back my tears from listening. It's
Mm,
truly an emotional story. Like Buddy said, she's speechless. Ako din parang sabi ko, paano ba sisimulan to? And
mm.
yeah, it's anyways, okay, mga ka-SSS. So let me introduce to you our share for tonight. She is Ms. Malu Coronacion. She's a former philosophy professor. She's now a financial advisor and author of the book of FY hashtag FYFM Follow You, Follow Me. And aside from being a lover of wisdom, she eats and breathes music and expresses herself in songs most of the time. She wrote most of her books listening to music while raining. She is the proud mother of two beautiful young adults, Justin and Iman, and an equally beautiful angel, Gabby Jade, who went home to Papa God at the age of 20. She is also a feast servant, heading the morning to morning ministry of North Luzon Districts. KSSS, let me introduce to you our share for tonight, Ms. Malu Coronacion. Hi, Tita Malu.
Evening, brother.
Good evening po.
Good evening, mga ka-SS family and Feast family. Lalo na yung mga taga North Luzon. Good evening.
Good evening, Sis Malu. So that's why we have a lot of watchers now watching from Baguio. Ito po ang
Pahag,
Yeah.
Tita Malu, pahag.
Sis
Oo
Malu,
nga.
virtual
I need a
hug.
hug.
Virtual hug.
Grabe, naburo yung ano. Of course, I know the story. That's my story. Kaya lang, hearing it from the narrator. Grabe. Nag-break ulit yung heart ko.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Sis Malu, for generously sharing this story.
Yes.
And as you can see from the comments now, ang dami pong na-touch sa story and
Yeah.
ang daming ang daming nagandahan, especially sa soul ni Gabby.
Ang daming nagsasend ng hugs sa'yo at saka ng love
Thank
sa'yo,
you.
Tita.
Keep it coming.
Okay, so let's also introduce our guest for tonight. I know you all already have the idea kung sino po siya. And we already had her before here in Secret Shares as our sharer din. No? If you get to watch it, Angelo, very inspiring din yung story niya. Pero this time, she'll be our guest. She'll be the one giving a reflection about the story of Sis Malu. She serves in the Feast Alabang, a wounded healer, heading the morning to morning ministry, the pioneer grief support group of the Light of Jesus family. And she is also an author and proud mama of two wonderful boys, Sis Cherry Roberto. Good evening, Sis
Hi, Miss
Cherry.
Cherry. Good evening
Hello,
po.
good evening. Nako, Malu, pinaiyak mo na naman kami.
Hi, good evening, Sis
I
Cherry.
love you, my sister.
How are you, Sis Cherry?
I'm okay naman. It's our month, and I'm so appreciative of Secret Shares that you will be featuring a lot of stories that will be coming from our ministry, the Morning to Morning Ministry, which is a grief support group. It's the pioneer grief support group of the Feast. So, maraming salamat because people just need to express the stories that are trapped inside them. It's part of the healing process. It's part of it. It helps a lot to share. Sabi nga nila, when you shed light on your pain, it loses its power.
Wow. The honor is ours po, Sis Cherry and Sis Malu. We really appreciate your presence here, and we honor all the M2M members, M2M family. Thank you very much for tonight and for the succeeding nights here in Secret Shares, succeeding Tuesdays of Secret Shares. Kasi grabing nag-uumapaw na inspiration and pagmamahal ang maririnig nating story dito.
And I'm sure we're gonna be learning a lot of things from you.
So, I know everybody's
Ang
already...
ganda ng sinabi ni Jessie. The narration breathed life to the story. Reading it is one thing. Being told the way it was told is another. Naramdaman talaga ang story. Oo naman, iyak nga kami. I was like, oh, tinan mo, oh.
So, everyone's looking forward to this. The reflection of Sis Cherry Roberto.
Yes, it's Cherry. Can't wait.
So, should I start na?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay. So, yeah. I just love and admire my friend, my soul sister, si Malu. Kasi even the way we met was one for the books. It was our common friend, si Brother Jay Yugawin, who was the one who introduced us. And he even wrote it in his Didake contribution a few years back. So our story actually is in a book. So Brother Jay was home in Baguio for Christmas. I think it was 2017. I had just launched my book, and he was in the mall buying gifts for Christmas. And he came across my book, From Morning to Morning, Your Partner in Grief and Hope. And Brother Jay had that feeling that he just had to buy it. But he said, bakit ko bibilhin to? Eh, meron naman akong copy, signed copy pa ng author because I had my launching in his feast. And so he just went ahead and then he bought other books and he left the bookstore and he bumped into Malu. And Malu is his longtime friend, his schoolmate. And he asked how she was. And that's when Malu told him that she had a terrible loss. And so he asked her to wait for him. And he bought my book and gave it to her. And then he said, para kay Malu pala to. And I believe there are really no accidents or coincidences, just God incidences. Si Malu, she then read my book in one sitting, sabi niya, and immediately emailed me. Sumagot naman ako, and we agreed to meet. And she came all the way from Baguio to meet with me and my friends from morning to morning. We met in BGC. And ayun, I was with our morning to morning friends. And it just goes to show the lengths people in grief would go to meet with their yung kapwa nawalan. Kasi it's to seek comfort or just to try to understand what's happening to them from someone who has been there. And there were around 5 to 6 of us. There was a picture actually earlier of us, the first meeting. And all of us have lost a loved one, and we all instantly bonded over coffee, over tears, over the familiar heartbreaking stories. And mostly it was just us listening to Malu. And she was just pouring her heart out. And yun, we were just there to listen without judgment. We were just there to be there. And personally, when I lost my son also to a car accident, just like Malu, um, I also was on the lookout for someone or a group I could run to be my safe place where I could talk about my son, my loss, my pain, and ask others if normal ba tong nararamdaman ko. Someone I could just cry to and they'd understand, and someone I could ask why I haven't dreamt of my son yet, or how everything reminded me of my son. Ayun, the people in our grief support group, M2M or Morning to Morning, sa Tagalog, pagluluksa hanggang makarating sa mas magandang umaga, it's a beautiful family. Para kaming war buddies. We've been together during the darkest of times, and I remember when me and Malu were chatting during that first meeting, I said, isn't it funny how the timeline of your life from now on was dependent on when you lost your beloved? Yung, for example, yung when you try to remember, kailan nga ba kinasal si ganito? And then I try to think, is it BC or AD? Before the car crash or AD after the death? And then I would think, oh, it must have been around 2014 kasi wala na yung anak ko nun eh. And these are only things that someone who has experienced a loss would understand. And then I suddenly saw Malu just nodding and nodding her head kasi naging mundo na rin niya ito. it's hard to go through grief alone. Even if you have friends and family around you, iba pa rin eh, pagkasama mo yung mga grief war buddies mo. And with me and Malu, it just felt like we were soul sisters sa dami ng things in common namin. And I could really see God's hand in Malu's journey. She has found healing in so many things, like her writing. She's now an author of her own book. Hashtag follow you, follow me. A pilgrim's gospel, she calls it. And she also found healing in helping others as she now heads the M2M Northern Luzon district. Naging wounded healer na rin siya. And of course, she's found healing in God's embrace. Retreat partner ko yan. Mas madami pa siyang pinag-aralan at inattendan, especially with regards to Ignatian spirituality. And we have exciting projects na nakapila, and I'm just so proud of her and how gracefully she has faced the tragedies of her life. Lahat naman actually nakakayanan basta nandyan ang Diyos, hawak-hawak ang kamay mo. And I believe Malu is a testament of God's love and faithfulness. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you very much, Sis Cherry. Beautiful, beautiful reflection. You know, the importance of having your grief war buddies. And most importantly, hawak kamay kay God, no? Ay, our dear ka-SSS, this part of our program is going to be our open discussion. So please feel free to have your questions asked. Type it in our comment box. And we have Sis Cherry and Sis Malu here to answer them.
Yes.
But in the meantime, Jello, I have my first question to Sis Malu.
Go.
Sis Malu, where are you now in your grieving stage? I mean, how are you now? How are you now, Sis Malu?
It has been 4 years, no? We celebrated Gabby's fourth angelversary. That's what we call it. Last August. And nung September, during our meeting ng M2M, Sis Cherry, that was, may guest tayo noon, si Sis Maridel. No? That was the time that I was able to identify, no, kung nasa na ako in my grief journey. Because she parang in-explain niya sa atin yung process, no? So after death, there will be breakup, no? So the breakup after a loss or after a death, and then there will be breakdown. And then she said, parang I think parang around the fourth year there will be a break even. That's what she called it, no? A break even. Wherein you already have tools, no? You know what to do, how to handle your grief, no? So sabi ko, tamang-tama yata ako. Nandun ako sa break even ngayon on my fourth year, no? And, you know, I wouldn't have reached this siguro without the morning to morning family, no? And I'm looking forward to, kasi sabi niya, sunod sa break even is breakthrough na. So I am so looking forward to that. Ayun. So nandun ako sa break even.
Thank you, Tita Malu. I like to ask Tita Cherry. I have this like, yeah. Sige, Cherry, I have a question for you. Okay. Because you know, I have met a lot of clientels, and some of them, of course, they've lost their loved ones, especially during this time of COVID, no? And for them, kasi parang nakikita ko na parang some of them are trying to, parang iniiwasan nila ayaw nilang mag-grieve. Parang dinideny nila yung grieving. 'di ba? So, what can you say or how can you like explain that hindi pwede or how can we like how can somebody or how can I like explain to someone like a client of mine na hindi mo pwedeng hindi lampasan yan eh. As in, kailangan harapin mo yan or how do we explain it to them?
How to explain? It's like a pressure cooker.
Oh.
If you keep it inside you, one day you will just explode. Lalabas at lalabas din yan. Ano as Brother Bo would say, you just have to feel your feelings. Feel what
Acknowledge, you mean?
you're, yes, acknowledge, feel it. Yung kapag naiiyak ka, umiyak ka. Huwag mo nang
Mhm.
isang tabi. Yung don't mask your feelings with um, being busy
Mhm.
or distracting yourself with so many things.
Mhm.
It's part of the process. When you want to feel sad, just feel sad. Kapag galit ka sa Diyos, pwede kang magalit sa Diyos. Kaya rin naman niya yun. It's mahirap talagang mag-grieve.
Mhm.
Pero it's so much necessary for you to get through. Sabi nga nila, there's no way around it, no way over it. You don't get over it, you get through it. The only way to get through it is to, yeah, acknowledge all your feelings and just feel your feelings and ayun, wag isasang tabi. Kailangan i-express. And you can express your grief in different things naman eh. It's not naman always iyak ka na lang nang iiyak.
Mhm.
Some people, they express it through creatively, just like Malu. She wrote down her grief. Others, they like painting. Others, they like exercising. There's many ways actually to express your grief, but yung masasabi ko lang yung kapag yung if you feel like breaking down anywhere, just go ahead because people people are more understanding than you think. So wala namang judgment if lalo na if they know what you've been through.
So,
And
so,
ano,
so you mean it's like parang I want to tell myself that I have to trust the process, that grief or grieving is a process that I have to go through, that I have to acknowledge that I should not deny it, and just like really go through the process.
correct.
That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
If I may add lang, no? Kaya, Sis Cherry said something like it's difficult, no, to go through grief. And that's why it's called grief work. You know, we have to put in the work. It's grief work.
Yeah.
I also have a question kay Sis Malu. I think, I just, of course, I also lost my father a few years ago, like 3 years ago. And one thing I've realized about grieving is like it's just so much love in our hearts that we can no longer express for that person we lost. And I believe that there is so much love that you still have in your heart for your daughter Gay that will be forever there.
Yes.
My question is, to where or to whom did you divert that love for her? Kanino or saan mo ibinuhos yung love na yun para kay Gabe that you can no longer express to her in person that helped you cope in losing her?
Well, I have, kanino ko dinivert? Dinivert ba yung term? Kanino ko okay.
Or kanino mo binigay or kanino mo
Of
ibinuhos?
course,
Channel.
first of all, I gave it to my son. I gave it to my son and to my daughter kasi they're also grieving and I
Mhm.
know how it is to not express your grief, no? When my mom died, hindi namin alam, wala pang M2M noon eh. So hindi namin alam how to grieve properly, quote unquote, no? So I know how it is na sinasabi ni Sis Cherry, parang pressure cooker. And so I inalalayan ko sila sa grief nila, lalo na my son who was driving that night. No, of course, meron siyang guilt and he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. No, so inalalayan ko silang pareho.
Ang galing mo naman, Mrs. Malu, kasi um, parang, to be a mom, no? At the time that you're grieving, and at the same time, you are grieving, and at the same time, you need to lead your children and help them grieve at the same time, no? Wow,
Yeah.
it's tough. It must be very, very tough.
It
We have a question here, I guess, for you, Sis Malu, from Tris Centenio. So, how are you able to deal with thinking about the daughter or your son you lost all the time while being with your living kids?
How was I able to deal with it? Well, of course, whenever we're together, we miss Gabi kasi parati naman kaming magkakasama, no? But uh, in fact, I wanted them to talk about I wanted them to talk about Gabi na hindi para I know na hindi nila sinusuppress, no? Yung like kung magkukwentuhan lang kami, if they want to may kwento about Gabi, then do so, no? Walang pipigil sa kanila. But uh yun, I also wanted them to we all express our love and how much we miss her, no? And yun, doon ko sila inaalalayan kasi ayoko nga silang maging pressure cooker. So my son even had to go through sa therapy, no? Pinag-therapy ko siya because he was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Oo.
So it also helps Sis Malu to undergo yung mga ganitong program.
Yeah.
And meron po tayong question from Singing Angel. How can I properly express my sympathy to person who is undergoing great pain? I think this question goes to Sis Cherry.
That's a great question because sometimes people really don't know how to. It's parang na-awkward sila, no? Or sometimes they really don't know what to say. So if that is the case, if you really don't know what to say, sabihin mo na, I don't know what to say, but I am here for you. If there's anything you need, just call me. Basta, I am here for you. Just being there for the person. You don't really have to say anything. It's your presence. Ayun. And then it's better than all those platitudes like sometimes kasi we tend to spiritualize yung akala mo it's a good thing to say at the time, pero sometimes it really doesn't help. Things like he's in a better place, or oh yan, may angel ka na, or ano pa ba, basta we've heard it all, but it doesn't really help, especially at pag fresh yung grief.
Yeah.
It may be true that they are in a better place, but ano at the time of when you're grieving, parang ano ba, bakit okay din naman sa akin na I just want him in my arms. This is also a better place. Why can't he just be with me? So there are so many things running in the mind of the person grieving, and it's just best to be with them. Just be with them. Hugs if you are able to. Hug. Ngayon, ganyan na lang tayo mag-hug. Ganyan. Yeah. What they need actually are people who will listen. People who will listen to them. Na kahit na paulit-ulit yung sinasabi, yung magtsatsaga na to be beside that person, that friend, that loved one. And that's the best way, I think, that you can support. And of course, prayers. It's nice. It's a nice. Ako, I like hearing na I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you in my prayers.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sis
The
Cherry.
power, the power of
Yeah,
prayers. No?
yeah. So I have a question also, another one for Sis Malu. What is the most meaningful life lesson that God has taught you through your loss?
Um, well, the most meaningful life lesson that I learned from my loss is that uh this is only a this life on earth is only a journey. This is not our end all, no? We're going home. We are in a journey to go home towards God, and we are all pilgrims. That's
Mhm.
why the title of my book is A Pilgrim's Gospel. A
Oh,
Yeah.
pilgrim's gospel, because we
Mhm.
are all pilgrims going there, going home to Papa God there.
oh, that's
Amen.
beautiful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
my question is connected to that, Sis Malu. Parang, how did it help you, yung pag-create mo ng book, hashtag FYFM, dito
Um,
sa journey mo, sa yung grieving journey?
First of all, when I wrote the book, it's like parang tribute ko kay Gabi, no? Parang Gabi likes always, no, when I accomplish something, parati niyang sinasabi, "Yan
Mhm.
ang mama ko," ganyan.
Wow.
"Yan ang mama ko." So nai-imagine ko 'yon na, she will be proud of me and she will say, "Yan ang mama ko," and that uh andun ako when I wrote this, andun ako sa point na I want to help fellow grievers. And so, even though umiiyak ako while writing the book, no,
Mhm.
I'm so vulnerable, no. In fact, one chapter of my book is yung vulnerability. Hanggang bakit ko ba 'to ginagawa, no? Why am I sharing my story like this, no? It's because I want to give comfort also to people, in this journey. Yun, like hawak kamay then, and I want them also to hold on to God's hand and not let go.
Mhm.
Yun, like
Wow.
what I did.
Yeah, I think I heard that from Sis Cherry, yung ganda ng term niya. You're loving it forward.
Mhm.
Loving
Yeah,
it forward.
ganda. Thank you, Sis Malu.
Sis Malu, we have another question from our ka-SSS, from Jennifer Maranan. So, when did you know that a professional help is needed for your son po?
Okay. Right after the death, no, of Gabi, ayan na siya. He was always saying it's all his fault. It's all his fault, no?
Oh, okay.
Um, but then after the burial, that's when it started. I noticed that he was really not himself, no? He was having bad dreams also. Sumisigaw siya sa gabi. And you know, uh, binabantayan ko yung FB post niya. That was the only time na nagbabantay ako ng FB post na, and I saw that he was really not himself. He was posting jokes that were dark.
Wow.
Um and then his behavior, he was doing things na he knows na ikakagalit ko. Yung kulang na
Oh.
lang palayasin ko siya dito sa house kasi
Mhm.
he knows na ikakagalit ko. So looking back, para now, no, I realize, no, he was doing that siguro kasi gusto niya akong magalit
Mhm.
sa kanya kasi
Oh.
hindi ako nagalit eh.
Oh, yeah.
Of course naman,
Mm-mm.
of course he's guilty, pero
Yeah.
he was feeling guilt na. That's enough punishment for a child, 'di ba? For
Yes,
Mhm.
a
yes.
brother who
Yeah.
Yes.
lost. Why would I even think that it's his fault? Of course, it's an accident and no one
Mhm.
wanted that to happen.
Mhm.
No, but he keeps on blaming himself. And so nung nakita ko yung mga post niya, nakita ko, ay nako, si Justin, he is not being himself. And then yun nga, marami siyang mga ginagawa na he wanted me to get mad. And so I took him to a psych center na, and there he got help. He got medication also for the PTSD.
Mhm.
But Sis Malu, nung dinala mo siya, how were you able to convince him to go through?
Yeah, mahirap. Nung una nga kami ni Sis Cherry yung nag-uusap, I was supposed to bring him to this wait, sorry, I forgot the name, but I was supposed to bring him there sa Manila. But he keeps on saying, I'm okay, no?
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong
Okay.
with me,
Mm-mm.
no? But uh I showed him yung mga posts niya and I made him realize this is not you. Pati yung mga ginagawa niya, no? This is really not you, Justin, no? Something is going on that we have to. And then I even asked his girlfriend, no,
Mhm.
na tell him something like there's nothing wrong with going to the psych. I asked the help of the girlfriend, no.
Mhm.
If we're sick, we go to a doctor. So if we're sick, if there's something going on mentally, then we go to a psych, no. And yun, we were able to convince him.
That's good. Kasi parang naisip ko kasi, Sis Malu, parang hindi ganun kadaling i-convince yung anak mo na basta you go through that, eh, no?
Hindi,
So,
oo, hindi.
oh, it's not easy. I can imagine. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sis Malu, for that.
Yeah,
And,
there's a follow-up question about that nga, his
yeah,
Malu. How is your son now daw po?
yeah.
My son is okay. Siyempre may mga triggers kami like anniversaries, no? Uh, so again, inaalalayan ko siya whenever it's Gabby's death anniversary or Gabby's birthday, no? So I would always ask him also, how are you? How are you taking this? Uh, he's okay now. In fact, he's about to leave. He's just waiting for mag-open ang Australia. Meron na siyang visa and he's about to start a new life, which I think is better for him siguro, no?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, Sis Cherry, would you recommend, like, for those people who are undergoing grief like this, yung mga ganitong situation, hindi, yung mga nawalan, loss and everything, that is something that you could really recommend that they go through therapy or the NLP thing, the neuro linguistic programming, or there's another one they call it the conversational hypnotherapy thing. So would you really recommend that once
Ako
you
naman,
go through? Parang
yeah.
yeah, parang wag mo nang hintayin. Parang go through ka. Parang daanan mo na. Yeah, kumbaga,
Yeah. Whatever helps. Whatever helps. Yung iba, it's fine for them actually to just be alone. And if that helps for them, then so be it. For others, they need a grief support group like M2M. So, and that could be enough. And then, so that's okay. Others, they need more help. Kasi minsan, they border on being clinically depressed. They will need a psychologist, a therapist. The others, I have pointed them to grief coaches. There are such things as grief coaches.
Oh,
NLP, I have gone through that also with Brother Jojo, Apollo, and it was such a big help also for me. And we even had him as a guest for our M2M. Yan ang maganda rin dun sa grief support group namin. We offer not just our monthly meetings, but we offer retreats. We offer like talks. And ayun, the first event of Malu was NLP also with Brother Jay.
John. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, Brother Jay. So there are many forms of help, and whatever helps talaga, just be open to it, and makakarating din tayo sa mas magandang umaga.
kasi ganun nga si Cherry, no? Parang ang dami ako nami-meet. Kasi, in my profession, I meet a lot of people. Ang dami ko nami-meet. Ayaw nila nun. Parang they don't like to acknowledge that they needed help.
Yes.
Yun yung na-encounter ko, yun na-experience ko. Parang, how can you help them, like, realize that they needed it? You know?
Yeah. Ako naman at
That's
first,
right.
a lot of counseling also. We had family counseling. Ang ganda nun because I was with our our friend na priest, si Father June Bugtas. And then I had sessions with him also, counseling sessions with him, being one-to-one counseling with priests, with pastors, with therapists, even a friend who is just willing to listen. It all helps. For others, magdadasal na lang ako, I think okay na ako. Diba? Magbababad na lang ako sa Adoration Chapel. I mean, yeah, whatever works for you, but also be aware, and maybe you can also be open to other forms of help.
Yeah. Oo,
Okay.
I think I watched this once. Ano din siya, he was undergoing grieving period. Ang sabi niya po is each type of grief is unique. Na para
Yes.
Yes.
siyang na para siyang ano yung ating fond mark. So we really
Yes.
have to respect each and everyone's way of grieving po, no?
Yes,
We should
that's right.
stop comparing,
Yeah.
with one another's grief kasi that doesn't help
Yeah.
because
And
Mm.
yun nga,
actually,
it's different
whatever works for you, it may not work also for the
for
others.
others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Mm.
like me and my son. I think I mentioned this also before when I was the sharer na we had different styles of grieving. I would love going to the crypt, and I love going to the Adoration Chapel. Pero iba pala yung style niya. Siya gusto niyang pumunta doon sa site where his brother passed away. He liked going there. Doon siya nagano, and sa kanya, he like just looking at the stars, and then doon niya kinakausap yung kapatid niya. Iba-iba talaga. So, yeah, that's very true. Every grief is unique, and we just have to respect also everybody's way of grieving.
That's
Thank
correct.
you, Sis Cherry and Sis Malu. I know ang dami pa nating gustong itanong iba dyan and pag-usapan, but we're really running out of time. And Sis Malu, I so am amazed and sobrang hands off ako sa'yo. Galing lang because I know it's not easy to be a mom and at the same time be sensitive with like during that grieving, and at the same time naging sensitive ka sa need ng anak mo, hindi ka nag-focus sa grieving mo lang pati sa kanila. Ang galing lang. It's amazing, as in hindi yun madali. Alam ko hindi yun madali. So, but can we ask you to give your parting words to our watchers right now? And maybe you can say yung ano masasabi mo na ano ang naging aral ng buhay ni Malu.
Ano ang naging aral ng buhay ni Malu? Yes, that I mentioned already that this is not this is just a journey. No, we're going towards home, and also my another lesson which is big for me is that alam ko na hindi ako aalis sa earth na to without God fulfilling His purpose for me.
Hmm.
No, I know, and that's the last chapter of my book. God will fulfill His purpose for me, and so I would like to make the most of my remaining time here on earth. No, I'd like to make my mommy and Gabby proud, and when it's time for me to go home, ang gusto ko is sasalubungin ako, no, ni Papa God, and sasabihin sa akin, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."
Wow.
Tapos
Amen.
may welcoming committee ako doon. Nandun ang aking mommy at nandun si Gabi. At sasabihin ni Gabi, yan ang mama ko.
Woohoo!
That was beautiful.
Grabe, ang ganda nun. Ang
Yes.
ganda,
How
Sis
about
Malu.
you? How about you, Miss Cherry? Do you have any announcement or something to say before you can give us your final statement and maybe a prayer for us?
Mag-a-announcement na ba?
Why?
Now,
You can give your announcement before you can give us your final statement and a prayer.
okay. We have some posters there to show. Okay, so the morning to morning ministry is we're growing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Mm.
I because of the pandemic, ang daming nagluluksa. Pero the good news is we're here for you. We're here already. We have 6 districts already. The original one is in Alabang. That's led by myself. We have one in M2M Bay Area, Manila, led by Sis Reza Soriano. We have M2M Laguna, led by Sis Marge. We have M2M Northern Luzon. Ayan, syempre, si Sis Malu, ang ating leader. Taga Feast Baguio yan at kumakanta. M2M Kamanava, which is Caloocan, Malabon, Navotas, and Valenzuela. That is by Sis Lynn Estaris, and M2M Bulacan with Sis Rochi. Nako, so napakadami na talaga. So if you need help, just reach out to us. And then, but wait, there's more. And next week, we are launching M2M US of A with our
Wow.
sisters, Sis Jelly and Sis Pia. So, ayan, bukas magpa-practice na nga kami. So, you know what? Help is really everywhere. And if you want to join our ministry, you can just send us a message in our Facebook page. It's the Morning to Morning Ministry. And my book is also available. Ito na po daw yung nagpalit sa mga mass card sa ano, you can avail of this online. My the link is there. It's through the feastbooks.ph, and it's available in hard copy and ebook, and it is also available in Shopee and Lazada. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Cherry. Grabe, amazing. Thank you very much for your generous service. Napakaraming natutulungan po. So, may we have your final statement, Sis Cherry?
Alright. Well, ang sabi nga ni Rick Warren your biggest ministry will come from your deepest pain. And I'd say it's always a sorrowful joy meeting new sisters and brothers in grief, ang aking war buddies. And it's a privilege for me to listen to them. You know, they're opening up, and I am being trusted with their sacred stories, and we weep with them. And then eventually, after some healing tears, to see some light come back to their eyes, maybe some laughter that's sprinkled with some tears. That's the joy part. Kami ni Malu, yan, nagtatawanan na kami niyan Pero, ayan, I've always held on to that verse that says, your sorrow will turn into joy, your mourning will turn into dancing. And what an honor it is to be part of that journey. And you know what? This helping each other, being kind to each other, and just loving it forward, as you said, it gives so much meaning to my loss. It gives meaning to my life. It gives purpose to my life. And ayun, it gives honor also to my beloved. Whenever I serve God by serving others, it's the best way to heal from my own grief also. Yun. And sabi nga ni Kathleen O'Hara, the best way to honor your loved one is to live the best life that you can. So, ayun, I'd like to believe that there is always hope. There's always hope. May expiration din itong pagluluksa. And in this case, hope means HOPE, hold on, pain ends.
Oh, yes. Nice. That is very nice. Thank you, Sis Cherry.
Thank you.
All
So,
right.
Yes,
So,
can you
should
for
I
a
lead you
closing
in
prayer?
prayer?
Yes, please, Sis Cherry. Thank you.
Okay. So let us remember that we are in the presence of God. And whenever I say that, I always imagine myself makaharap ko ang ating mahal na si Jesus. He's just sitting in front of me and looking and gazing at me so lovingly. And he knows my pain. He knows my broken heart. He sees all the tears that I cry. And he understands me. He's been there too. He also grieved for his father. He grieved for his friends. And so, with that, let's stay in his presence as we pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dearest Lord, we lift up to you your beautiful daughter Malu. Continue to work in her life as she keeps on keeping on. Hawak-hawak ang inyong kamay, being a channel of your love and your comfort to others who are experiencing a heartbreaking loss, just like hers. Use her, use her book, use her ministry mightily as a wounded healer. May she bless and comfort and inspire those in grief. We also lift up to you those who are grieving the loss of their beloved right now. There are so many, Lord, especially in this time of pandemic. Lord, please hold us tight when we feel that the emptiness, the hollowness, the hopelessness, helplessness is just too much to bear. May we hold on and trust in you, even if we don't understand what's happening, Lord. In your most precious time, we will look back and say, oh, kaya pala nangyari ito. You will reveal and give meaning and purpose to each of our losses. But in the meantime, Lord, please help us be patient with this process that we call grief. And we pray that as we place our pain in your hands, you will replace it with peace in our hearts. Help us, show us your mercy and your love as we move forward, one day at a time, putting one foot in front of the other and just breathing. May may you journey with us from our deepest mourning to a much brighter morning. All of this we ask in Jesus' precious name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sis Cherry. Thank you, Sis Malu.
God bless.
God bless
Yes,
you.
before we let them go, Sis Malu will have some announcement. Go ahead,
Oh,
Sis Malu.
yes.
I mic is muted. Okay, meron na. Ayan.
Yan, okay na po.
Yeah, may mga nagtatanong saan daw mabibili yung hashtag FYFM, no? A Pilgrim's Gospel. So, ebook is available sa Feast Books and dito sa Bitly, FYFM, Follow You, Follow Me. Even the paperback is available there. And also sa Shopee. And also, we have it on Amazon for those who are overseas, no? There you go. Sa Kindle. Sa Kindle book. Hashtag FYFM. Follow you, follow me. A Pilgrim's Gospel. And we will have our next meeting of, there you go, the meeting of our M2M sa North Luzon District. No, the title, that will be on Saturday, November 6 at 8 p.m. Doors will open at 7:45. The Zoom room will open at 7:45. The title is Daybreak, and we have Sis Chol Cordero as the sharer. A story of heartbreak, grieving, and recovery. There you go. Thank
So
you.
there you go. Thank you,
Thank
Sis
you.
Malu.
Thank you, Sis Malu.
Thank you,
Thank you,
then. Thank you,
Sis
Sis
Cherry.
Cherry.
Thank you for
Thank you
gracing the
and God
evening.
bless.
Yeah, once again,
Ayan.
you can always go back to all the messages ng ating mga ka-SSS dahil ang dami po nilang napakagagandang message and sobrang
Yes.
na-inspire po sila on tonight's story. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Good
po.
night.
Good
Good
night
night.
po.
Night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah,
Ah,
Brother Angelo, kapatid.
yes. That was one beautiful. Ang ganda nung hope, no?
Yes,
Hope.
HOPE.
Yeah. Diba?
Hold
Ang ganda
on,
ng pain ends.
pain ends.
Yeah.
Ganda. Ay,
Ganda.
beautiful message. Ang
Ganda niya.
daming napakagandang message and I'm sure maraming
Yes.
natulungan. No? At
Yes.
napapanahon.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we can thank our sponsors, and before we can thank our sponsors, we would like to thank our teammates. Yeah. Kudos to you guys. You made this beautiful, touching, amazing, wonderful episode tonight possible. You have touched so many people tonight. And
And
of
of course,
course, yes, we like to
yes.
thank all our
Okay,
secret partners. Yeah. Who
that's
make
right. But
you.
before that, Angelo, sorry ha.
Yes.
Let me first thank the composer of our song, no? Yung
Oh,
kaninang
yeah.
kinanta, Home After a
Yes.
While. That's composed by Honey Jean Malamug and Simon Jerome Bolsico. Sung by
Mhm.
Shirley Bognot, Kerbic Tovera, and Miss Malu Coronacion. Grabe, sobrang
Yeah.
daming gifts ni
Mm-mm.
Sis Malu.
Yes. And
Yes,
thank
and
you to all who have asked your questions, joined with us tonight during the discussion. Sobrang na-appreciate po namin yun sa inyo. You make this show alive because you're joining us. Maraming salamat po. So, um, we would like to invite you mga ka-SSS hindi lang mag-join sa aming discussion but to be part of secret partners and let us grow and touch more people through your love offerings. I believe no one is too poor to give as long as we give it with all sincerity. You can send your love offerings here through this bank details we are showing you now. That's BPI. Okay. So,
And yeah, apart from that, you can also help spread this ministry by buying this coffee gift set. No,
which will be our prize tonight?
that's correct. And yan, isang napakagandang mug, Secret Shares mug, accompanied with Dom's Barako coffee. Napakasarap niyan. And yeah, please stay tuned kasi later on we will be drawing one winner of
Yeah, you have
this.
to be here.
You have to be here. You have to say present eh. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So aside from secret shares, which we do every Tuesdays at 8 p.m., where you are right now, um, right here in these FB pages, SS and secret shares and the Fist Bellevue FB pages and YouTubes, we also have the following programs. Quarry Start, MWF, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. with Brother Arun and Sis Lalaine, wherein they share God's words in a very special way.
Umagang kay Gogna, the podcast, for your dose of hope to brighten up your day. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more podcasts platforms. Please follow Umagang kay Gogna's social media accounts too.
Mommy, Fridays live at 5 p.m. on Mommy's FB page, Mom Me PH. Also, watch Gratitude Weekend with Helene and be reminded of the many blessings in your life, big and small.
Cope, Circle of Prayer and Encouragement, every first and third Thursdays of the month at 8 p.m. If you wish to be prayed over one-on-one, this is done via Zoom at bit.ly/fbamcope.
Feast at home, Sundays at 9 a.m.
And subscribe to King Yogang's YouTube channel, YouTube videos that are sure to encourage you to believe you are awesome. hit the bell button so you get notified when new videos are up.
And Marian Ministries, the Marian Ministry is inviting everyone to go on a 33-day retreat to Morning Glory, which will lead to the consecration to Jesus through Mama Mary. This self-retreat will start on November 5 and will run for 33 days with 6 Saturday mornings of gathering. We will be guided by the book of Father Michael Gately entitled 33 Days to Morning Glory. Please register at the link provided at the poster or approach any Marian Ministry member for the registration link. This retreat will help us to have a deeper relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ.
And of course, FeastCon 2021, Feast Family, it's the time of the year. FeastCon 2021 na. Let's be joyful as we mark our calendars on November 19 to 21 for the biggest inspirational learning event in the country. You may register now at www.feastconference.com.
Woohoo! All right! Finally, for our winner tonight, we will be choosing the winner through the Wheel of Names.
This is it.
Sino kaya ang mananalo ngayong gabi?
And make sure
Paikutin na
that you are,
yan! Paikutin
yes.
na! Na-excite na ako! Ayan na, ayan na! Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo! Sino
Edita
siya?
Roughly! Woo, congratulations! Please say
Is she
present.
here? Kindly please say present.
I hope you're still
Edita,
here, sis.
I
Yeah,
hope you can still say present.
ka-LG mate ko siya last time. Hi, sis Edita. Please say present if you're here. So, shall we count
Okay.
five? Shall we count 1 to 5, Angelo?
Sige. Yeah.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ay,
Ayun! Humabol! Congratulations! Miss Edita Stanley Caperal Roughly. Saan to? Taga saan siya? Is she from...
She's in the USA now,
She's in the
pero I'm
USA.
sure meron siyang family dito sa Philippines. Miss Edita, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our team will get in touch with you for your prize.
All right, there you go. We hope to see you again next week for another wonderful episode here at Secret Shares. Dahil mga SSS, dito sa Secret Shares, we talk about life. Because life is a story. What is yours to share?
Share your stories with us and bless many. You may contact us or send your sharing to secretsharesfiles@gmail.com.
All right, so again, good night. This is Angela Falcone III.
And this is Glenda Nicanor saying,
good night.
And God bless everyone.
Bye. Bye.